My name is Mo Crypto. Today we're going to be looking at Cardano slash ADA. So today I would really want to delve into the technical analysis, see what we can see on the charts, what they're going to be telling us, and sort of where the price is headed. Is it going up? Is it going down? How down is it going to go? How up is it going to go? What we can sort of see from that, and then also I just want to do a quick little update on Cardano as a coin itself and why I'm going to be holding it for the long term as well. Okay, normally what I like to do is hold coins that I want to hold for the future as well. Okay, so any coin that I'm going to be day trading at the minute is only going to be a coin that I wouldn't mind having in 2 years' time as well. It's never a coin that I don't believe in. It's always coins that when I do day trade them, it's more just so I can build up my portfolio with more of that coin. So that's what I like to do. Okay, so before we get into it, I just want to ask you guys to absolutely smash that like button, start raving in the comments, and then hit that subscribe button as well. It's really going to help me out. The channel is still very new, and we've been getting plenty of likes, plenty of comments on the past videos. My top videos got 90 likes at the minute, so let's try and get to 100 on this one, okay? So let's have a look at CoinMarketCal first of all. Let's have a look at the events which are coming up. And you can see sort of in the next week or so we've got a BitMEX listing, we've got a Coineal listing, and then this is a big one, we've got AdaPay as well. So this is gonna cause a huge sort of increase in value, or it's gonna add a lot of hype to the coin. And essentially this is what we have for the events which are going to be happening in the next coming few weeks. Next thing is the whole news about Africa. So this is absolutely fundamental when we're looking at Cardano right now, and it's an absolute game changer in my opinion, because it just sort of proves that Cardano is going to be here for the long run. And we can see that Africa's looking at how they can be utilizing the coin, what sort of smart contracts they can be using with the coin, and it's going to help solve a lot of issues in Africa. Living in the West, we don't realize the huge impact of inflation that can happen in these countries where you're used to an average inflation rate of maybe 2 to 3%. These countries in Africa, they go through a lot of financial difficulties, especially with the working class, when we have these issues when they have these issues with inflation essentially. So the utilization of cryptocurrencies would solve that, because essentially you've got a fixed supply, you can't increase the supply, and because of that there's no chance for the currency's value to decrease, or because there's more being produced, if that makes sense. Okay, the next thing is the smart contracts. The smart contracts, they've been added in the new Gorgon update, and because of the new Gorgon update, the coins had so many new features added that I just don't see it not being utilized in the future in the crypto realm. Okay, and then also we've had the Mary hard fork as well, which was applied to the coin, and you can see in the tweet they've explained that the update introduces native tokens and multi-asset support, bringing exciting new cases for Cardano. Okay, so essentially just brings more uses for the coin, and it makes it more accessible to people, allows it for it to be used in more scenarios as well. Okay, so essentially meaning that there's more uses, more people are going to need it, and more people are going to essentially buy it in the long term. So essentially this coin is a great one to hold in the long term, and that's why I do day trade it, just so that I can build up my holdings in the coin as well. Okay, so these fluctuations, we can catch some good fluctuations, and if we look at the charts properly and look at analysis properly, we can start building up. I've got it on the daily right now. We'll do a top-down analysis, and we can see that on the daily I've got some resistance and support bands here, and what you can see is that once it's broken this as resistance, it's developed it as support, went back up, tested this line as resistance, and then once it finally broke this line, this is where we've had this huge rally up here. Okay, so this is why I've drawn our Fibonacci retracement from this line. We've drawn that up, and I've highlighted our golden zone here between the 0.5 and the 0.618 region, and essentially you can see that it was tested here. So the top of this region was tested as resistance. It didn't break the resistance, it came back down, tested this as support, and it was identified as support, and this is where we went back up, and then the second time we broke the resistance, and then you can see it lines up so perfectly here where it's came back down, and in this correction it's tested this as support and then went straight back up. Okay, so you can see that happening. And then on the 4 hourly, these lines up here will make a little bit more sense as well. So what you have is, I've drawn this line here just at the 0.382 region, and you can see here around this region we've had quite a few fluctuations. There is a little bit of resistance here, and you can see that once we've gotten up to here, we went back down, fluctuated a little bit, fluctuated around here, then went back up, and then during this correction, this consolidation period, we can see that it's came down, hit that, bounce back up, and we've had a sort of horizontal play going on at the minute, and we haven't broken this resistance, this support, sorry, we haven't broken this support here at the minute. So once we do break this support, then we can be looking at a more bearish scenario. Okay, I've drawn this trend line up here as well, stemming all the way from sort of mid-February, and this trend line, it can show you where it's headed. Okay, but what I want to show you right now is the immediate future. We've got a descending wedge. In this descending wedge, you can see the price is getting compressed together, and due to this compression, what we can see is we've got an eruption of sort of prices here, where it's broken that trend line there, and then underneath it's gone right back under, and we can see now it's going the other way. So essentially in these wedges there is normally a price change, and right now we can see it's sort of headed downwards. Okay, and it looks more like a bearish scenario, a bearish outcome at the minute. So let's draw out the paths that we could possibly take, and then we can have a look at where you should be buying in, if you are wanting to buy in, and what sort of take profits you could expect. So right now it's here, coming down. I see it bouncing off this resistance zone. So this is scenario one, it's going to bounce off this resistance zone, come back up, and essentially we need it to bounce back off this and then come back up and break this support. Okay, break this resistance. If we break this resistance, then we're going to go up, and we can see it going up towards our all-time high. The other scenario that we can see happening is if it breaks this support region. If it breaks this support, I see it coming all the way back down to the bottom of the 0.618 region, and at this point I can see the price getting to about 80 cents. Now what we should be doing at this point is, if you've bought up here anywhere, you should be dollar cost averaging and just buying up more, because in the future this currency, it is going to boom in the future, and we can sort of see a 5 to 10 x increase within a year or so, with all the things that I've mentioned at the beginning of this video. So we can see it's going to hit there, then we'll play around this area for a bit, and then come up towards this resistance again, test it, and then if we break through this, then we can see another bull run coming up, and eventually it'll come back up towards this price, and this will be towards where we've got all that major news coming through as well, and all that hype building up around Cardano once again. So those are the two sort of scenarios that I see happening at the minute. I would wait to see if the price dips below the support. If it dips below the support, then I would wait till about here to buy it. Okay, now if it hits this support region and then bounces back up, then I would say it's pretty safe to buy at about $1.12. If it goes up to $1.12 after hitting this resistance again, I'd say it's pretty safe to buy, and we'd be looking at heading up again. Okay, right now any two of these scenarios could play out, so just keep a watch out. Let's see what happens when it hits this resistance line, this support line, and depending on if it breaks it or develops it as support, we can make a decision on that in the future. So thank you very much for listening to this entire video. Hopefully it helped you guys out and I provided a ton of value. If I did, just as I said at the beginning of the video, just like and subscribe. And also I'd just like to say that I'm not a financial advisor. This is all my opinion, this is all my judgment, and you should do as you please. So just a little disclaimer there. I'm not responsible for any trades that you make. Okay, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.